So it looks like Salmon Run is going to be returning into Splatoon 3. If you missed the latest Nintendo Direct, they revealed Salmon Run returning to Splatoon 3 with some new features, I should say. Sadly, they didn't really reveal that much about Splatoon 3. It was only like a 2-minute trailer, one of the smallest ones that we have gotten so far. In this video, I'm going to be analyzing things that you might have missed and that you might want to know. Right off the bat, you can see that the Inklings come in a helicopter, which, who knows, this might actually be like how you spawn in Salmon Run, or that's just like a little cutscene. If you look at the inside the helicopter, you can see the Inklings and Octolings. They're wearing something new. They look more fresher. You can also see there is like a lot more equipment on this helicopter. If you look above them, they have like extra ink tanks. Those are basically like their ink tanks. If you have noticed, whenever they shoot, you can see like the ink goes down. If you look to your right, you can see like there's this type of little mini fridge with some little doodles on there. So I think that's pretty cool to notice. We also don't know who's like piloting this helicopter. It could be another Inkling, Octoling, or one of the jellyfish. Who knows? It can literally be anything, but yeah, I'm saying it's a jellyfish. Then the doors open, and then the squid jump over there. And now, if you take a closer look, we can see like a better look at what they're wearing. It looks very different than what the Splatoon 2's is. Me personally, I like this style more better than Splatoon 2's. Also, the ink color, if you haven't noticed, it looks like it's a little bit darker, like a reddish orange. And I actually like that way better than it just being like orange. Also, they have like little mics next to their ear just in case they need to communicate or something else like that. We also get to see the other weapons. I don't know if that's like a flingzo roller or just a normal roller. You guys can tell me in the comments. But yeah, we do also see the splatter shot, the blaster, and the splat charger. We're also in a new map that they have added in Splatoon 3. Now, I don't know the name of this map. When I'm recording this, they haven't like released a name for it, not that I know of. Also, we can finally see some gameplay from what the players will see. If you look on the top left, you can see the quota, there's the wave, it's still the same. Now, if you look at the icons for the Inklings and Octolings, they look a little bit more different than what the Splatoon 2's look like. These ones look more symmetrical than Splatoon 2's. You can also see the weapon icons, which I think look a little bit more better since they pop out more. If you look to the top right, you can see the crab special there being used. Honestly, this entire trailer for Salmon Run is way different. And me personally, I like that, of course, way better. Now, if you take a look at the bottom left corner, you can see the communication is still the same, with it being still this way and booyah. I don't know if they're gonna add more, or hopefully they add more, because you know, this way and booyah, okay, but can we get something else? Like maybe. And then throughout the trailer, we can see the old salmons. They're still here. Nothing else is new about those guys. The steelhead also makes a return. And then we get this clip where the Inklings is shooting, and then it suddenly just goes dark for like a second, and then the Inkling looks up, surprised. We can see a new salmon boss coming to the game, which is called Fish Sticks. This boss is basically just a bunch of salmons flying around shooting ink like a sprinkler, and in order to destroy this thing, you gotta climb up the little pillar and splat all those salmons, and then that's how you get the eggs. We also have this other new type of boss that's like a dolphin, and it dives into its own ring with its ink. It looks like it's splat zones when you take control of the zone, where the whole floor just turns into that ink color. The name of this boss is called a flipper flopper. The only way to destroy this boss is by inking its floor that it made, so when it dives, it doesn't go to its ink. It goes into your ink. And then we have this new mechanic that I'm actually excited for, that we needed for a long time. We can finally throw eggs to other players. Oh my god, do you know how long we needed this? If you're in a tight situation where you can't like make all those eggs in that basket, well, now you have a chance. It also looks like the stingray guys are returning to Salmon Run as well. I thought so, because I'm pretty sure like most of the Salmon Run bosses from Splatoon 2 are returning, along with new ones being added. We can see the moss still being there. We can see the ones who shoot up the ink storms. So my theory is that ink storms might be back as well. We also see a clip where this is one salmon taking 3 eggs at a time, which is what? They don't take 1 at a time now, they take 3 at a time. Also in a clip that's like what, 2 seconds, if you look on the top right corner, you can see how the icon will look like for the Killer Whale 5.1. It shows 6 of them, so I assume that we get to shoot 6 of them at a time. Also, in one of the clips, you can see that the squid does the jump back and forth, and it looks like they're invincible by the stingray shot. So I assume that maybe whenever you're like jumping back or forth, that you're invincible. Like whenever someone's shooting at you, it won't like damage you at all. It's like a shield that's protecting you. We can also see gameplay of the Killer Whale 5.1. Now we have seen gameplay of this special already, but we can see it being used on one of the salmon bosses, and it looks like it will act as a stingray. Now we also get gameplay of the crab, and to me it looks different. Like what I mean by that is like whenever it's shooting, it's different. If you remember from the last trailer, I don't know if it was the same or like in the last one, it just like when you shot it, it's like a little ball being shot. This one, this is like multiple shots. And for this weapon, you have to click R and ZR to fire at will. This is like what, our 3rd weapon where this special has to use 2 buttons to be used. The other 2 is the Booyah Bomb and the Ultra Stamp. And then yeah, you can also throw the eggs into the basket. So it's not just to a player. You can also throw the eggs into the basket, which I think is pretty useful because in Splatoon 2, you can't throw it. You have to run over there. If there's like 3 seconds in the clock left, you better pray you make that on time. And then towards the end, yeah, they're celebrating. They won. They defeated Wave 1. Good job, guys. You have 2 more waves to go. And then near the end of the trailer, this old school type of video footage they have gathered in a helicopter showing this new type of salmon we have never seen, and it looks pretty big compared to what the map. Now we don't know if it's going to be bigger than that or it's just going to be that size, because if you look in the official Splatoon 3 Salmon Run art, you can see that thing is huge. It looks like Godzilla. People are starting to call this thing Salmonzilla, which what else are you gonna call this thing? Now I don't know if this thing fits the lore of Splatoon, but we'll just have to wait and see until they give us more information. And then at the end of the trailer, we get the official title for this, which is called Splatoon 3 Salmon Run Next Wave. And then at the end, they partially give us a release date. They gave us a season, which Splatoon 3 will release in summer 2022. We don't have an official release date yet, but now we know it's going to be in summer. But I think most of us already knew it was going to be around the summertime, like there was in the previous Splatoon games. Well, that basically wraps up the entire trailer. I probably missed some things, but that's where you guys come in. If you saw something that I did not mention, let me know down below in the comment section below about what I missed, and maybe I'll make another one of this, of me taking an even closer look at the small details that I have missed. What are your guys' thoughts on this trailer? I know it wasn't what we were expecting, but at the end we did get Splatoon 3. They also did make an official Splatoon NA account on Twitter, so who knows, they might be posting more updates about Splatoon 3. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.